Hey guys, Jeremy here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the HVO combination bicep curl and tricep press down. Now, they sent this to me so that I can show it to you, and what I want to show you is some of the variation of exercises that you can do with this, and then I want to talk a little bit about the assembly, and then the last thing I want to do is give you my personal opinion of what I think about this particular machine. So with the provided hand grip, you got three different grips. You got a supinated grip right up here on top, which is going to allow you to get a really good squeeze at the top and then allow you to extend your arms down so that you get a full eccentric movement. Now, we all know that when we're doing our bicep curls that we do want to get that squeeze at the top, squeeze it like it owes you money. And then down here at the bottom, we want to get a full extension on that bicep so that we can reach hypertrophy in just a short period of time, whether that's going to be 5, 8, 10, or even 20 reps. It's going to allow you to get a really good squeeze, and then it's also going to allow you to get a full extension on the eccentric. You can also put your hands into a neutral position, like if you was doing hammer curls, and then you can take a third position all the way down here at the bottom, which just makes that curl a little bit more difficult. Now, a couple of different things that you can do here so that your range of motion meets you and the size of the bench. You got 24 different positions where you can put your handle. So, depending on your movement and depending on what workouts you're doing, you can have this in any position. I don't know why we would need to have 24 different positions. I would think you'd need perhaps a couple at the bottom for your bicep curl, and then a couple at the top for your tricep press down, which I'm going to show you that here in just a minute. So I want you to notice that the handle glides with you. I got another HVO machine over here, and the handle, the hand grips don't rotate with you, so sometimes that can seem just a little bit awkward having a stationary hand grip. But with this one here, it rolls with you, so you don't need to worry about your wrists or your forearms hurting, or even the palm of your hand or the back side of your hand getting kind of kinked. So it rolls with you, making it easy for you to do the exercise comfortably. Now, if you wanted to move this to a tricep press down, you've got, as I said, you got 24 different selections that you can use here. Now, I kind of like to go with a 12 or a 24. So I'll use the 24 for the bicep, use the 12 for the tricep. And then when we get to the tricep push down, you got the same grips. You got your neutral grip, and then you got a press down grip. So if you want to do your French press, you're going to want to adjust your preacher curl to a position that's going to allow you to get a full extension on that. And then your grip also. Now, the only thing that I don't like about the tricep using this particular bar is that I think it's important for you to get a full eccentric movement when you're up here at the top so that you're stretching your tricep, and this is just not rolling back far enough to allow that to happen. It does have a stopper bar in here that you could use, but that just makes for a less range of motion, so I've pulled that stopper bar out. I'll show you where it goes, and I'll show you why I've pulled it out. So with this press down, this handle can be on the front side, it can be on the back side, whatever is going to allow you to get your full extension. And then your grips also is going to allow you to get your full extension. So you got several different variations, whether that is going to be towards you or if it's going to be up front. It's really going to be dependent upon your size and what's comfortable for you. Now, another thing that you can do, if you come over here, so we can pull this pin right here and take that hand grip off, and it also comes with a tricep rope. So that's just going to slide on, and just like that. Now, the thing about the tricep rope that I am discovering is that I'm way too short to use it. Just way too short. I mean, there's no way, if you notice the rope, there's no way that I can get a full extension, and there's no way that I can use this appropriately, no matter where I move my position to. It just doesn't work for me. Now, I can move my bench up, and it's just not a good position for me. It's not not comfortable at all to use this rope. And so I think that there are some improvements that really could be made with this machine. Now, with the handlebar, with the hand grips, you can go ahead and you can do your triceps. You can do a few workouts with your tricep, a few variations with your tricep push downs. But when it comes to the rope, you know, it just is really uncomfortable for me, and it doesn't seem to work out. Now, there are several adjustments. You can adjust this preacher curl pad. You got 8 different positions, up and down. You can also adjust your seat the same way. It's got 8 positions up and down, depending on your size. Now, again, I'm pretty short. I'm 5 foot 4 inches. I weigh 165 pounds. And, you know, I guess, to be quite honest with you, I was really kind of disappointed with the rope press down, because it's just not hitting my triceps the way that I want it to, and it's not allowing me to get a full extension the way that I want to. Now, you could use that rope for a variation of your curls, and that's going to work out okay. But if you're buying this specifically to target your triceps, then there might be another machine out there that would work better for that. Now, there's a couple of other things that I do want to show you here before we get into the assembly. Right now, I'm using Olympic plates on here. If you was to remove this screw right here, you can pull this sleeve off, and underneath the sleeve is a 1-inch bar, so that you're going to be able to use 1-inch centered plates if that's what you have. Like for the cat barbell, if you got plates like this, you'll be able to use these plates on the tricep bicep machine. Now, as I said, there's 24 different positions here. You're just going to pull that and make that adjustment just like that. Super easy. Again, use your imagination when you are doing your biceps and your triceps. You got 3 different grips, and you've also got the rope, so you got plenty of variation there. Now, there is this stopper pin that's supposed to go right here. And that stopper pin is supposed to be used right here for your biceps, so that it doesn't swing back too far. And then when you wanted to use your triceps, just like that. And that's going to be for your triceps, so that it doesn't swing too far forward. Now, I pull it out, and the reason I pull it out is because I want a full extension. I want a full range of motion, so I don't even use the pin. Now, for the assembly, they did make some big improvements with the assembly and made it super easy. I put this thing together in 30 minutes by myself, and this is why. These bolts right here are welded through, so you don't have to try to hold these 2 pieces together when you're setting it up. You can just set the bar on here, and then you can put your washer and your locking nut on there. So you got those fixed bolts there. You got fixed bolts here. You can see how they got a weld here on the back side of them. So that's there, here, and then right here. You can see how they're welded. And again, it makes it super easy to put it together. It took me just about 30 minutes by myself. So my final thoughts. The assembly process was super easy. I like the way that they've made some changes from the preacher curl to the preacher and tricep. The instruction manual was outlined easy and super simple to understand. As for the workouts, I do use it for tricep, and that was going to be my main purpose for this. I was kind of disappointed in the performance of the tricep machine, just the way that the extension works, the way that the rope works. It just didn't seem to be hitting my biceps the way that I wanted it to. I'm going to keep using this, and maybe there's some other variations that I need to work on, but it just seems kind of awkward sometimes when I'm doing my press downs to get that full extension. This is how I would want it to feel right here, and the handlebars just aren't reaching that, and the tricep push down rope isn't hitting that, so I'm not able to hit the tricep where I want it to and the way that I want it to. When you do get it hitting where you want it to, you notice you got your weight all the way up here to the top, where you're removing the tension already because you've went past that point of its heaviest point. So Those are just some things to think about. Now, when you're done lifting, one thing that I do want to caution you about is just dropping the handle. You don't just want to drop the handle, because if you'll notice, there's no stopper for the handle except for your shins. And so that's what's going to happen. Don't ask me how I know that. I just do. All right, so there you have it. That's the bicep tricep machine. I like it for the curls. I think that there's a little bit more improvement that could come along for the triceps, but outside of that, I think if you used to make the choice to purchase this machine, just do some variations, use your imagination, use these different locking positions so that you can get your full extension and your full contraction and get the best workout ever.